Hello, everyone. Good to see you coming on. This is lovely. I hope you had a great weekend. I know that we did. We are coming back um, from Oregon, teaching about the glory, and it's just been wonderful. I never come on and tell you what I've done over the weekend. It was that good. Hello, Miss Deborah. Hello, Miss Sheila. So glad that you're all coming on. Lovely. Hello, Brian. Lovely to see you. How is sunny Florida? It is cool Texas. It's nice to say that it's cool Texas right now, and it's just wonderful to keep the theme about talking about entrepreneurship. And so the question I have for you today is your marketplace. Can we talk about your marketplace today, and what's going on with you, what's going on through you, and how we can really establish our, what's the phrase I'm looking for, our movement in this field, what God is getting ready to do with us. Excuse me, what God is getting ready to do with us in this season, getting us ready, right? And rethinking things, reshaping things, and challenging us in many areas, letting us be financially secure. Hello, Apostle. Lovely to see you. Hello, Christian. Hello, Apostle. Yay! Watching from Nigeria. And, and your mentor, Dr. Rennie. That's lovely. And so, as we are talking about entrepreneurship this month, stepping out, and if you are out, challenging you to find that new sphere of influence in your marketplace. Yes, Miss Sheila, thank you. I just love when you're on. And um, Brian, I can answer that another time. It's a long conversation, and I did receive your email, and I will respond to you, Brian. But right here is we're talking about the marketplace, your marketplace in particular. What is God shaping you for? What is He stretching you into? What is He causing you to be creative about in this season? And as I know that the marketplace has changed. It's not is changing. The marketplace has changed, and it is continually changing. For those of us that are in this digital market, we understand that we are in a bear market. So it's a buying time, and I'm learning constantly about this. I have a good set of teachers and good courses that I have joined, just so that I can learn it. I know there's many that are on here that is their niche, that is their skill set, that is their place of expansion. But one of the things that God has challenged me, especially this year, is to learn. So because I have the revelation, doesn't mean that I just stay there. Learn it, so that you know that the revelation works. That's the theme that God's put on me for this year. But I just want to remind you, and for those of you that are trying to find, I know many of you say, "What's my purpose? How do I find my purpose? How do I know that I'm an entrepreneur?" And I want to read this to you again, what an entrepreneur is. It's employees who decide to make the switch and become independent of their employer, that feel more fulfilled and motivated to work. There are a lot of inspiration entrepreneur statistics out there that show in the US is still the best place in the world to become your own boss. But what is it about entrepreneurs? Studies have shown also that this is not a young man's game, despite what the public believes. Successful businesses are usually started by middle-aged men and women who have experience and want to apply in their field. So the question I have for you today, because I love asking you questions, is who are you in your marketplace? Who are you in your marketplace? If I could type in anything, I would, but I know I've got a few of you on here who will type that in for me. Who are you in your marketplace? Come on. And my question to you is, are you the source or are you the resource? Two different mindsets. You're in the same sphere, but you have two different mindsets. You have two different modes of administration. And so I want to challenge your thinking. I've been challenging your thinking all month. We're at the close of the month, stepping into the new year, the new Hebrew calendar new year, 5783. What a lovely challenge for us to step in with a new mindset, understanding that there is a season shift and there is a dimensional shift transitioning into this new year. So again, I'm going to ask you, are you the source or are you the resource? Let me give you a hint. Matthew 24. My technology, I've been going fast today, so just be patient with me. Matthew 25, verse 15 to verse 18. Let me read this to you. You know, the story of the talents, and it wasn't, look at the time that this was written, especially this specific parable about the talents. It was written, thank you, Deborah, I knew one of you would step up. This was written when they ask about the end times. So clearly we are supposed to be profitable in the end times. That's going to click in somebody's spirit. You're struggling, let me help you. We are supposed to be the kingdom people. We are supposed to be profitable in the end times. We're supposed to know our marketplace. God is transitioning in many of you. Yes, thank you. You know who you are. If you are the resource, type it in and let me know. Let's make this statement together. I am the resource. And when was this written, this scripture written? It was written in the signs of the end times. Matthew 25, verse 15 to 18. Thank you, Miss Sheila. To one, he gave 5 talents. I'm reading from the Amplified Version, probably about $5,000. That was then. That is in the year of our Lord, comparing it to now. That's a lot of money that he's put in the hands, right? And to another, 2, and to another 1, to each in proportion to his own. Thank you, Miss Deborah. To each in proportion to his own personal ability. Again, I'm going to ask you the question, are you the resource or are you the source? He who had received 5 talents went out at once, no delay, and traded with them. Those of you that are traders, you understand that. And he gained 5 talents more. And likewise, he who had received 2 talents, he also gained 2 talents more. But he who had received the 1 talent went and dug a hole in the ground and hid his master's money. Now, the question that I want to ask you, taking it from looking at it in a brand new way today, every time you read the scripture, those of you that are business people, you should have a daily revelation on this for where you are in your marketplace. Do you have the source and you bury it? Or do you have the source and you trade on it so you become the resource? Source was given to you. The talents were the source that was given to them. As they traded on it, it became their resource. The next question I want to ask you is, are you the steward or are you the owner? Each one of us, when we're given something at first, we are the steward of it. And if you remain, let me just drink some coffee. My throat is dry today. I've been traveling. Please forgive me. I'm not normally like this. And the weather changed too. Anyway, forget all that excuse. Let me get to this. Yes, I trade on it. Thank you, Miss Sheila. I know I've got traders on here. I know you by personality and character. Some of you I know personally. And so, are you the steward or the owner? Clearly, the one with the 1 talent was just the steward. All of them became steward at first. Things was put in their hands, but then they became the owner. They traded, they made trade on it, and they could give their employer back what he gave them, and they had residual. Oh, come on, Miss Sheila, you are with me. Where's my man? Come on, my man. Are you the trader? Are you the owner or or the steward. And so this is the challenge that God is putting in our hearts for the next phase of business, kingdom business, not just business, kingdom business. Know who you are. I am constantly, right now, I'm in the mode of creating my own platform. Those of you that watch the Mega Women show, I do that. You ask, how do I do that? Because I network. When they come on the show, I promote them and I ask them to help promote me. Thank you, Brian. Yay. I am the owner. Come on. I love this. Christian, even though you're learning, you are an owner. You can say Dr. Marina said you are an owner. You are not just the steward, you are an owner. And so, yeah, you can put that in as your confession. Dr. Marina said about me. And some of you that are on it, Dr. Marina says, before I claim it, that I am an owner. Come on. Yeah. And so this is the challenge that God is doing. He's causing us to use our talents, use our giftings, use our financial knowledge to help increase others, not just yourself, but increase others. Owners are able, can I challenge you with this thought? Owners are able to not only increase themselves, but increase all those that are in their sphere of influence and that are in their sphere of covenantal business relationship. You heard what I said, right? Thank you. You should screenshot that. God is challenging us to understand the sphere of influence that we have and the sphere of influence that we are creating. Increase others. Come on. You're getting it today. As God is stretching us, the new mindset, I don't want to say new mindset, but the renewed mind that God is doing in us is that those that are on here that are traders, you understand the best financial foundation to be laid again is in this bear market. Look what's moving and invest in it. Study the market. Get among people. Who will help you understand the market. Stretch your imagination. Stretch your mode of increase. Oh, that's good. Stretch your mode of increase. This is the area that God is challenging all of us into, but he's asking us to do it with knowledge, not haphazardly, not stumbling into it, not just casting our bread upon the waters and it will come back to us. No, do this with knowledge. When you look at the talents, each one was given according to their personal ability, the Amplified Bible says. And according to their personal ability, let me add in here, their personal skill set. Each one was given things according to their skill set. They multiplied, they learned, they traded on it, they added to their platform, they added to their market value. Oh, that is so good. They added to their market value. And I challenge you, as you're hearing this, you have sown seeds. And God is telling you where your increase is going to come from. I was with somebody a few weeks ago and challenging them on a one-on-one. We're having a conversation, challenging them on a one-on-one. And they were saying, I don't see my harvest yet. And I gave them the example that we were born in London, raised in London, started a church, had a Bible school. I was what you would call a serial entrepreneur in London, sown in London, but came to the States and reaped where I had not sown. That's somebody's going to hear that. I came to the States, Dr. Rennie and I, our children, we began to reap where we have not sown. And I'm telling you, that is the mindset and the mindset shift that God is doing with us as the body of Christ, as we tap into his resource, as we tap into his knowledge, right? And our market value, our current market value is going to increase as we let him stretch us. Thank you, Sheila. As you let him stretch you, take you out of your comfort zone, take you out of your knowledge sphere, and put you in the sphere of receiving advanced knowledge. Oh, I like that. Oh, that's a good rhema. Take you out of your knowledge sphere and put you into the unknown. But in the unknown, there are people there giving you the vocabulary, teaching you the skill set that is needed to advance in the new sphere. The other question that I want to ask you is, it's my 3 questions. Are you a hoarder, or have you become a means of exchange? The servant with the 1 talent hoarded it. How do you know he hoarded it? He went and buried it. He didn't use it to overcome. He didn't use it to trade. Even if he traded and failed, he could have still shown that he stretched his ability, but he didn't. He hoarded. And the others used what they had as a means of exchange, and they increase. One more time. They use that as a means of exchange and increase. And I want to challenge you as you're listening to this. Yes, Miss Sheila, I love it. Men and women, as you're on here, understand that God is doing some creative things. Yes, Brian. God is doing some creative things within us. He's challenging us in this sphere of market shifts. Do not get Miss Deborah, I love how far you've come. I love how far you've come with this confession right here. You should screenshot that and save that. God is challenging us not to accept the norm, not to conform to the norm. Be ye transformed. Hebrews 12, right? Verse 1, verse 2. Be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. And maybe I've got it wrong. I think it's Romans 12, not Hebrews. I'm stuck on Hebrews. I've been preaching Hebrews. Let me just go and double check myself. Yes, Romans 12 and verse 2. But be ye transformed. Do not be conformed. I'm reading from the Amplified. Do not be conformed to this world, this age, fashioned after and adapted to its external, superficial customs, but be transformed, changed by the entire renewal of your mind, by its new ideals and its new attitude, so that you may prove for yourself. Come on, I love reading the Bible in a new way, and things just lift off the page. Renewal of your mind to its new ideals, its new attitude, so that you may prove for yourself what is the good and acceptable and perfect will of God, even the thing which is good and acceptable and perfect in his sight for you. Wow. Read it from the Amplified version. I got rid to Hebrews in Romans 12 and verse 2. I want to really encourage you to get a hold of, if you have not signed up for the RMMTV, sign up for the RMMTV app and receive these teachings. Oh, Miss Deborah, you are on it today. Prove for yourself and get these teachings, get these revelations into your heart, into your spirit. Let the confession of your mouth be so ready to explode. Let the revelation amplify the things that God is saying to you. Robin, hello. It's been a long time. And let it explode in your spirit, man, receiving from RMMTV. You just go to your app store and download it. And as you're listening, I know many of you don't like to leave comments, but we love when you leave a comment to let us know that you are enjoying the revelation, you're enjoying the teaching, you're enjoying being stretched. Those of you that are on here that are not part of the Mega Women community, I pray that you will go to drmarinamclean.com and subscribe there and become part of the Mega Women community. We've got some exciting things coming up in December. We're going to do another virtual Celebrate You, and I have some little surprises. For those of you that don't know, last year was our first year doing this, and I gave away Dr. Marina's favorite things. So we've got that coming up, and so there's going to be special registration, but all the admin will be on later. But that is what we're getting ready to do virtually. And yes, please, you need to listen to this replay again. Yes, we're talking about your marketplace, identifying your marketplace and who you are in your marketplace. Yes. And so it's really great what God is doing to become part of the Mega Women community and be part of the Infinity Center. Many of you have been receiving so much from that. We are sorry that we have to postpone our Infinity Conference Momentum, but that's going to be in the spring. Much more time, and we just last minute shifts, and we couldn't produce the excellence that we love. As you know, it is we love to do things in excellence and new. So that is postponed, but we are still excited that you are part of the RMM TV family. Our podcast is still going, and I'm telling you, those of you that are enjoying the Kosher Kitchen season, I just want to remind you, Thanksgiving is coming up. The season to cook is coming up. So we look forward to seeing and receiving your recipes and then just following along with us. That's next month. Oh, I can't believe I'm saying that because we're almost at the end of October. Oh my gosh, stepping into the new. And I'm just so grateful for what God is doing in you, through you, and for you. So my dear friends, enjoy, and come back and replay this. Also, share it, tag somebody, share it with somebody, let them know what is happening here at RMM, and let them enjoy the great things that God is doing and saying in this season. We love you. God bless you. Have a great day.